Welcome back to another YouTube video of mine. It's a little bit different because I'm actually showcasing one of my mock designs. And to go in more detail about the backstory, about 2 months ago on Instagram, I saw a help wanted photo posted by Minifig Madness. If you don't know who they are, they actually they custom print new figures every so often, and they have relatively decent quality of minifigures. That's where I bought the clone heads from, which I think is pretty cool because I actually know the person that printed those. And so I contacted him saying that I'm actually really decent at building and showed him a picture of my police gunship. And he actually employed me to make a UTAT mock, which there was some limitations. It was supposed to be minifigure scale, around $80 to $100 in cost parts. It must include a functional front cockpit and additional interior to hold troops. And I think I actually went above and beyond because I didn't just do that, but I actually made this turret actually break off. So I actually didn't make it to break off. I was just a flaw in designing, but like this rotates a little bit, about like maybe 20 degrees, which is pretty nice. Too bad it doesn't rotate, but the design really didn't call for that, so at least it does that. But if those who actually bought this mock can actually make some modifications if you want to. So pre-orders are actually available right now. Those who actually want to purchase this mock can, because he is actually including all the parts, including one Captain Makara and 2 ordinary Galactic Marines. But if you want, you can actually include 2 more Galactic Marines for like a few more dollars. For those that are interested in knowing the dimensions, it's about 17 inches long from turret to back end, and about like maybe 6 inches wide. It's not a minifigure scale UTAT, but I made sure that the overall like sleekness of it was nice. It all tiled off mostly. Because the guy at Minifig Madness, Forrester, he actually didn't want me to include a ton of studs, which I didn't include that many studs. I could have the whole thing tiled off, but wasn't in the budget. The one thing I made sure not to do was look at different people's design initially. But then I got to certain sections like this section right here because it's actually like an interesting angle. Because first off, it's at an angle like this, and then they're wedge plates. So that's kind of difficult for me to like figure out. So I kind of had to look at other people's designs to see how they figure it out. Initially, I had 3 tiles, or not tiles, I had 3 panels, like going here, a little bit vertical, and then one curving downwards here. But then I realized that wasn't possible, and I just couldn't do it physically in real life. Meanwhile, in digital, I could do it plenty. So I actually had to like take off one single wedge paneling down there. So it's actually just 2, which I think looks fine as is. But there's like this single gap right here, which I tried to cover up, but it's kind of difficult. I made sure to get all of the major functions of the ship correct, like the front 3 turrets alongside with these headlights in the front. And then if you look at the very bottom, there's 3 more headlights on either side. And then there's 2 turrets at the very bottom. My version of the ship is a little bit different because I used the parts what I had on me. Like on the official set, all this is going to be all tiled off. But mine, I use kind of like a variation of tile and studs. So to start off with this front section, you actually have to rotate this turret at the very top up a little bit, and then take this section, actually move it up. I made sure to have this whole cockpit really accessible because, say if, I don't know, a kid wants to play with it, you have to think about their hands, and it would be kind of a pain in the butt to actually try to shove it through this little section right here. So, one thing about designing this initially, it kind of sucked because the helmet actually popped out a little bit, so I couldn't close it. It was like popping out right here. But it was a simple fix. All I did was take out a single brick and replace it with some plates. Oh, so you see right here, I'm actually taking off these 1x2 dark red plates, and then all you have to do is take those out and then kind of move that a little bit. It's nice because gravity kind of takes hold, and if you really want, you just like barely touch it, and sometimes it'll just fall out like that, which I think is a nice, good detail. So with this cockpit design, it's actually 4 studs wide. So I had to look at the other versions of this type of Republic vehicle, like the original 2013 ATTE. So that kind of like slides out a little bit like this, which is very similar to that. And if I actually take that out, put that right there, and then go over David Buchholz's design, he pretty much does the exact same thing. It's very nice and subtle, like that. His actually carries two pilots at a time. but mine only carries one, so there's that. Here's a nice comparison. It's very easy to get this figure out if you want to. So you just like take them out. So with this seat, I actually made sure it's not actually like a Lego seat, instead of it's like a brick built, which I think looks a lot better than ordinary Lego seat, like this set. This is the back section of the mock, which looks really nice considering that, so this slope right here is actually part of the design, but if you take it off, it kind of just like goes like this. But I made sure to actually like include this ramp section so minifigures actually can go in and out through the mock, which looks great. So I just put it right there, and like that. And here's the figure, kind of like place him right here. So it kind of looks like he's crawling through, sort of. But then if you really want to, you can include another figure and slope this up a little bit and place him like right here. So it looks like he's actually jumping off, which I think is a great detail. Which is also nice because I didn't have to design this, but this is just a little inclusion that I want to do because a little play feature. Take the guys out. And just if you want to put it back on, all you gotta do is take this section off and then place it like right about here. So to access the interior, all you have to do is take this little section off right here, and this whole thing comes off like that, and you get to the nice interior. I made sure to design it in a way so that the figures can actually sit in there. So since it's such a sleek design like this, it's about like maybe a figure tall. I actually have to like include chairs that actually like are sloped like this, and you actually have to turn the helmet a little bit to fit the top piece like this. That's just because that's how the ship is overall designed. So it's supposed to sit on there right there. But these turrets actually do rotate a little bit, like this. 360, I'm pretty sure. If it doesn't block, oh, about 360, but it also comes off like that to reposition it really easily. So that's all the little features in this mock. Let's go wrap up the video. So before I wrap up this video, I want to show the structural stability of this vehicle. So if you grab it at the very bottom of it, or right here, it's pretty nice. If you shake it a little bit, you actually hold it upside down, but this panel part right here will come off. So it's very sturdy if you guys want to actually like mess around with it. Just grab it at the very bottom. It's kind of hard since there's no lid now, but it's really nice. It's not gonna come off. Since it is a play vehicle, you can shake it a little bit, hold it upside down and stuff. Should be fine. Which is really nice design because when you're building something digitally and then you have no idea if it's gonna work physically. So it's pretty much just understanding the parts usage and physics. I'm very happy with the mock, and knowing that people actually can order this and build it themselves just kind of brings joy to my life. If you guys are interested in purchasing this model, it will be at minifigmadness.com. Link will be in the description. If you guys want to see behind the scenes, go to my Instagram at TonyHardy1999. I show progress photos of this mock and along with others. But I'm also working on another mock with Minifig Madness. This is a little teaser if you guys don't really know what it's going to be. Hint hint, duel on Mustafar. I'll be making other mocks for Minifig Madness in the future, along with other LEGO designers as well. So you guys be on the lookout for that. Over the next few months, there's going to be a great selection of new mocks to present to you guys. So make sure to have a good day, keep on building, and see you in the next video.